right, guys, here we are, 2 Down, 1 Over podcast. Josh Mason, Matt Flanagan, we're in the building. We're trying to rock the mics, man. I hope you guys love this episode. We're here with the man. He's an ABA guy, Wyoming Valley Clutch, regional champion, Jamie Calloway, a.k.a. Manny. I like to call him Manny. What do you prefer?
Jamie, as I'm getting older.
Jamie, as he's getting older, with the little mature voice. I like it, man. I like it, son. So listen, man, we're super excited to have you on the podcast, dude. We're going to see what your story looks like and sounds like and see what we can offer out to that community. What you think, Matt?
I think that sounds great, dude. I think that sounds great.
Good. So, Manny, tell us a little bit about yourself. Obviously, we know you, right? But the people, the listeners that are out there that don't know you, just give a little background of yourself. Keep the mic up high, too, brother.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you start where I was born, or what?
Yeah, just give a quick.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be crazy, man. What do you do? Where you from? What do you do? Where you from?
I was born in North Carolina.
All right, baby.
A lot of people was born in North
I
Carolina.
didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm learning a lot of stuff.
That's
on
right.
This podcast
Fayetteville,
anymore.
North Carolina. Yep.
All right.
Fayetteville, but I've been living up here since as long as I can remember. You know,
Right.
Sure.
True story.
Yeah, started playing football when I was a kid every day.
Yup.
Played football. I didn't even touch a basketball until my
You were a
teenage
quarterback.
years.
Were you a quarterback?
Yep, quarterback.
I remember that, yeah.
Yep,
You were kind of nice.
Yeah.
I was above average.
Yeah. All right. Not bad.
I was
Okay.
above average.
Staying
I
humble.
practiced-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I started playing basketball, it was more when I met Larry. You guys
Okay.
know Larry,
Yep.
Larry and the Scavenge. We picked
Ender Scabbers, what's up, Larry?
What's up, Larry? Great dude.
Larry
Yep.
was always a hooper,
love Larry.
so Larry was always a hooper. I got him to play football.
Right.
Me to play basketball, stuff like that. But once I started playing basketball, it was a love I never experienced.
Yeah.
Like just playing
Fell
all
in
the
love.
time.
That was it.
Outside, inside. It didn't
Rocking the
matter.
hand.
In
You
the
was
house.
like, yo, this is it.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
And now what age was this?
13, 14, 13.
Yeah.
13.
So at this point, you're at Valley West?
Yeah, I was.
All right. So are you playing on like the junior high team?
I played 1 year junior high.
Okay. So like what was that experience like?
As an athlete, I was able to get up and down the court.
Yeah.
I never played organized basketball, so the extra passes and playing
Structure.
defense without trying to steal.
Yeah.
You know, talking back when you're not supposed to. Little stuff like that.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know what I was doing at all.
So would you say like right off the gate you were like natural basketball athlete, or did it take some time to develop?
Oh, natural athlete for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to use my left hand.
Sure. There's a lot of people.
So the skills-wise, just because it wasn't there, you're just a great fit as far as an athlete.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fell in love with the game. Just you as soon as you started playing basketball, you fell in love with basketball.
First
That
day.
was it. And then like this journey begins where you're like you want because you want to be great.
Yeah.
You want to be great. We know that. So like how does it go from there? So you start. And then you're like, now I got to figure this out. I got to use my left hand. I got to figure out dribbling.
Yeah.
I got to,
Did you
jump
have
shot.
any like mentors or people that you looked up that gave you this knowledge? Like, hey, dude, you need to work on your left.
Oh, my father for sure.
Okay, good
My
stuff.
father and my
Yeah.
older cousin Keenan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
Keenan
go.
Played a big role in my life. Only about 3 years older than me, but I looked at him.
So that goes on. You start to continue the game. You play varsity.
I played varsity basketball. I started varsity basketball 1 year, only 1
Yes.
year, my senior year. But I played varsity basketball my 12th grade, 11th grade, and some my sophomore year.
Okay,
So,
all right. So what was your best year?
senior year. For
Senior
sure.
year.
Senior year, yeah. Senior year was the first year I started. You know, I felt a lot more confident. You know, when you're
Yeah.
starting the game.
Yeah.
You
Right.
feel like the coach believes in you. You
Right.
take shots, maybe questionable.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
stuff-
So if
things
you
like
had to
that.
grade yourself as a high school basketball player, what grade would you give yourself?
1 to 100,
No. A, B, C, or D.
A, B, C,
F.
or D, C.
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 All right, so C.
Okay.
All right.
C.
All right.
You know, but my approach was an A always.
Sure.
I always
Sure.
showed up early. I always made sure that I was like warming up. I watched the person I
So
was
so
guarding.
so say this. All right. So Valley West, you're at varsity. You're playing basketball. Your senior year comes. You say you're a C player. Now the love continues to grow, right? Especially after high school, because at that point, obviously, there's no like college scholarships for you or whatnot at this point. So like, what makes you or continues to say like I'm still going after this?
Well, that started around because I always had doubts day one because I knew how far back I was from the other kids my age. You know, they've been playing since they were born. But when I started playing travel basketball is when it really opened my eyes. You
Yeah.
know, oh, these kids play. Even when I'm playing football, they're playing basketball still. You
Right.
know, like, stuff like that. So that's when I got in touch with my mom's side of the family, which is full of basketball players. You know, my cousin, the same age as me, he was drafted into the NBA. So I've been playing travel with him since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And he always took the game very serious.
Right.
As far as everything about basketball, like the way I was about football.
Yep.
So I started to pick his brain a little bit. He taught me how to play point guard. I always knew how to score, but it's very easy to score. Anybody could come into a basketball court and shoot the ball. But getting people involved, it's things like that is what I didn't know how to do. And playing AAU for my uncle, who's hard on you, coaching you hard, making sure that your mistakes were like heard about.
Now, what AAU program was that?
Philly Triple Threat.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen them out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still around, right?
Yep.
Still around. Saw them a year ago, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We had a great team. Actually, a few players. One of the guards in our team, his name was Josh. He ended up leading Division I in assists and steals, maybe 2 years ago.
Nice.
Cool. Right behind John Morant in assists or something like that. And then Lamar Stevens is on our team, and he's on the Cavaliers right now.
Yep.
He's on the Cavs. My cousin Tony, he was drafted to the Pelicans.
Nice.
He's in Israel right now. A couple other players, but we had a big group of like individual players.
Right.
So I had no choice but to be on my A game.
Right.
I had no choice but to be on my A game. But then once I was able to leave Philly and then come back home to my own area and be more myself, not necessarily have to play one role, but kind of be a leader.
Yep.
That's when I feel like I kind of took off. Like, oh, all right.
Right.
Some kids aren't doing this stuff.
Yes.
But being around these guys sharpened you up.
Yeah,
for
big
sure.
time.
And that just changed the game for you, it sounds like, right?
Yeah, big time.
And then coming back here, and then you kind of more yourself, and then your grade is rising up. Because I don't know that much about your high school career, just from you. We were graduated at different times, but you gave yourself a C. Now that grade is obviously much higher right now.
Yes.
Right. So talk to us a little bit about your work ethic. You talked about your approach to the game, your approach to. I know it. I've seen it. I've seen it myself. Josh knows it. He's seen it. Okay. Talk to us about that. What's your approach to this game? Like, what makes you you? What makes you Manny?
Well, it all started, just like I said, from my father. He just always made sure that I held myself accountable. It wasn't always him saying, you do this or you do that. It was more like, figure it out. Or watch it.
Right.
Yeah. Watch it on your own. So once he instilled that in me at such a young age, I saw the results.
Right.
For a while, like, if a coach would tell a player to do something, I only had to be told once.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or maybe even half of the sentence. I knew the second half of the sentence.
Yeah.
Just from soaking it in, watching it before I got to the gym or just anything, practicing them, just anything. So once it came to, like, me wanting to do this as a career for my life, there was no day I wasn't willing to work out, injured or non-injured, sickness. It didn't matter what it was, how far it was, how I had to get there. If I had to walk, I was going.
Right.
I was going. I had to be there.
And the thing is a podcast we just hit was Learn to Listen. And you know how he was like, listen, I was listening to coaches or people that were telling me what to do. And you were open-minded. You never felt like you already knew, right? Like if someone had some positive advice to you or suggestions, you were open ears. And you were like, all right, well, this is what we're going to do.
And
now,
he hit willingness, too.
Yes, willingness, right?
Willingness to do whatever it takes.
And that's huge component. That's a huge component. Now, the idea of your work ethic is understanding what you said it comes from your dad, right? Which is great. Now, what would you like? What advice would you give to younger kids that are trying to work on their work ethic in the sense of developing it? What are some things and tips that you can say, like, hey, listen, this is what worked for me, or this is why I worked this hard, or like, what would you say to them?
I could say you're not going to find it where everyone else is looking. If that makes sense. You ever see just a group of kids at the gym, and then there's some days where you'll see one kid at the gym. Yeah. I could bet that one kid could soak up the information a lot faster than a group can at once.
Right. Yeah.
The advice, don't be afraid to take things on by yourself. It's okay to mess up.
Yeah.
It's okay to mess up. The worst thing you could do is mess up.
Yeah.
And then after that, you could fix it. Yeah. If not, you could ask, but some kids nowadays feel like they need a friend or two to go to the gym, or let's go do this, or now I'm going to go do this, and in the end, it's not really all of you that get to share that reward. Yeah. You know what I mean? Unless it's a team sport, we all love to play, but how you approach the game, it starts with how you approach yourself individually. So
it's take control of your own destiny.
Yeah.
Right? Take control of your own destiny. And I know, so how old are you now?
26.
Okay. Last year, working at this, and I was always impressed by your actual work ethic and what you would do, because you would come in here in the morning, we'd do a speed session. All right. Then he said, okay, I'm going to go get a snack, and then I'm going to go to the gym and lift. All right. And then after that, he said, okay, well, I have a skills session that I'm going to do. All right. And then you'd go in the pool. Right. So, like, you would plan your whole days around bettering yourself. Yeah. Where it was like you're putting yourself through these like physical gauntlets and challenging yourself to the absolute extreme. And this, you're saying this comes from your father, and where it's just like for me, it's like you're gonna find any way that you can to better yourself. Like you mentally challenge yourself to the point where you're gonna get this done. You're gonna be physically the strongest that you can possibly be. Your endurance is going to be the best it can be. Your skills work is going to be the best it can be. I worked out with you one time. It was fun. It was fun. You shot a little bit better than I did. Okay, you did well. All right. But it was crazy, and I always respected that. And sometimes in joking, I'm saying he's crazy, but he's not. He's passionate. He's found what he wants to do. He wants to do, and now you just go and you win an ABA regional title. Yeah. And yeah. God, you were a big part. You were a huge part, and not only that game, but this entire season. So it's like it's great that this work is really paying off in a big way. Yeah, and I think that's amazing. And you keep getting better and better and better and better, which is cool, man.
Yes. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No doubt.
And you know what I love most about you, Manny, is the fact that, like, even you touched on it, Matt, is the fact that you're always looking to get better no matter what. Still today, I could go back in my phone a couple of days and you said, how did I move on the court? Right? That was a question to me. How did my movements look on the court? There's no matter what, you're always like, how can I get better? Yeah. You want somebody to say, hey, what do I need to work on? And obviously, we trained with you in Fame and for years now. And his work ethic is like, dude, hands down, I don't know another person that has better work ethic than you. And that's a huge compliment, but, I mean, I know a lot of people would agree with me with saying that, like 100%. There's not another person that I know that puts in the work that you do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's awesome, and that's great for inspiration. But for you to chase and climb up the ladder, that's great. But let's talk about, like, as you're putting in that work, there's not always success. There's not always like rewards, right? But you always remain to stay consistent and disciplined in the track, no matter what. If there's reward or there's loss or whatever. Talk about the experience of going overseas, right? Like getting this great opportunity, and you're like, man, I think here's my moment, and then it kind of falling apart. Talk about that experience, but also how it didn't break you. Like, you continue to do what you do, and obviously we're here today. But talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, and it actually took me a while to be okay with that because, like you said, I was playing with the Clutch at the time before I went overseas. So the last thing I want to do is quit any team.
Sure.
But like we said, we work hard to get to certain points, and when opportunities come around, we just can't.
You got to do what's best for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like me, especially me, and I didn't play in college, so when at a professional team, once a guy that doesn't play in college, he has to go. You know what I mean? Not every opportunity comes around every day, just like some other guys who do have certain resumes. But when I did go overseas, I flew to Mexico with my agent to play in a game, and then I played really well, first league Mexico, and then it was streamed. It was live. It was streamed, and before you know it, my agent got a call. Then after that same game, and said they wanted to see me in Turkey. Yeah. So the next day, I flew to Istanbul, Turkey, 16 hours, and the deal ended up not being guaranteed. So I kind of lost my deal with Mexico, lost my deal with the Clutch. I was out of a season. And we were still in the playoffs at the time, so. Mentally, it was a big toll because I just put so much into one thing, and it made me second-guess myself a little bit. It made me feel like a quitter. It made me feel like I quit on my teammates. It made me feel like I wasn't doing something right.
Right.
It made me feel like I wasn't doing something right. When I got back, my work ethic was the same, but my mental approach, you know, in the mornings, I used to wake up wide-eyed, you know, it was like this a few days. It was like,
sure.
you know what I mean?
Tired,
I have to deal with questions about why it didn't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then I got to deal with old teammates saying, well, you should have did this, you know?
Yep.
So it was a big thing, but it never stopped me from getting up and putting in the work, you know?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we still have to play basketball again at some point.
Right,
You know,
right.
so
Yeah.
I didn't want it to just let it beat me, let it take over me, you know? But it was very, very tough to go through that situation just because I worked so hard for this, and then when the situation came and it wasn't what I expected, it made me rethink my own dream.
Sure.
And that's
It
the last
hurts,
thing
dude,
people-
right?
it
Like,
hurts.
it hurts. I mean, you put all this
Yeah.
work in, you get to a moment where you think, like, all right, hey, this might pop off, and if it flops, that hurts.
Yeah.
And, like, mentally it breaks you down, and this is natural what athletes and adults go through. Like, we understand that. But tell us, like, what specifically told you, say, like, all right, although I have these doubts, what made you not quit? What made you not hang it up? What made you continue to work?
It was my play.
Yeah.
Even my play. Even when things were going bad, maybe off the court in Turkey or Mexico or Lebanon, where I ended up going to work with a team where the deal wasn't guaranteed. The team was in Lebanon. And there was never a day where I didn't play well.
Yeah.
I didn't have a bad day
Yeah.
to where this may not be for you, you know?
So you still believed that
Yeah,
you can, yeah.
I still believed. I knew that I needed maybe a little different representation.
Right,
You know,
right, yep.
I've started to learn the business side of things, the
Sure.
political side of things a little bit. And that just made me want to be much more sharp than I already was. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Just make sure that these people can't say, well, this and that, like, oh, he's on point. You
Right,
know?
right.
So you
Knows how
kind of
conduct
use this
himself.
pain as fuel a little bit, and
Big
kinda,
time.
yeah,
Big time.
took that L and
Big time, for sure.
made it fuel. Yeah,
My mom played a big role. She called me every hour.
Yep.
If I didn't answer, she'll
Yep.
just call just to make sure. And that's a big deal. And I didn't know how big of a deal it was until you get that far away from home.
Right.
You know, they don't even speak English. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
hell
Let
yeah.
alone talk to anybody.
You can feel
So,
isolated,
yeah,
right?
a little bit.
get
So,
lonely. Yeah,
so my mom just kept telling me, you know, just keep doing what you do, keep doing what you do, keep doing what you do, keep doing what you do. It's more like, she's right. I mean, I could stress about it, or I could just play basketball until my tenure here is done. You know, I can't
Right.
really worry about what's going on. But those things can play a big part if you let it. So the best thing I could say is just remember why you're there.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Remember why you're there, because there's a lot of things that could steer you left and right, you know, that make you take 5 steps back, you know, when you shouldn't. You don't even have
Right.
to take one. You just
Right.
gotta, you know, just read a little bit more. Just read a little bit more with your eyes. Things will tell you
Yeah.
what's going on.
I like it.
Now, something I want to touch on, we'll shift gears a little bit, is you work with some high school athletes. I know you work with some younger basketball players. What do you do for them? I already know the answer, and really like your mental approach to the game.
Yeah.
And we talked about a young man that you helped a lot this year, and I know you were working with him a lot. I saw the kid play. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like he had such an amazing season, and you had a major role in that.
Yeah.
You know, whether you know that or not, I think you do know that. But seeing that you really helped this kid a lot.
Yeah.
Now, what did you do for this kid? Now, how did you do it?
Well, it started with me. Like I was the same kid. Like I didn't play basketball until I was 13. So I was always wanting to be around guys like you guys. You know what I mean? Just like, like what you guys do? Because it's not like the kids my age are teaching me. You know what I mean?
You're right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So even Matt, like I was playing basketball with you when I was 15. You know, at 15 years old, I was just trying to learn from the adults. So I knew, and this kid that we're talking about, he didn't start a basketball game until his senior year of high school either. You know, so it was like I saw a lot of myself. You know, he plays quarterback. I played quarterback. You know, it was nothing telling me not to help him. You know,
Right.
And what I'm learning throughout this journey is like, if you don't give back, you're cheating the game. For sure.
Yeah.
Like, you're cheating the game
like
if you
that.
don't give back and teach someone what you learned.
great.
For sure. So, but I always knew he had the work ethic. He has the speed. He has the explosiveness. You know, I just knew he needed to just play some more basketball. You know, that's all. So we go to the same gym. There was nothing telling me like not to help him. And we put in a lot of work as far as just finishing at the basket, you know, dribbling with your head up, all the stuff that I did not know how to do day one.
Yeah.
I drilled in his head day one, you know. So So it was kind of easier to be a teacher just because I went through all of it myself.
Yep.
You know, like just this stuff. You guys do all this stuff yourself. So when you're demonstrating, you can really demonstrate, not just saying, you know, get low or really drop your hips or don't extend or don't bend your back. You really know what you're talking about. So I kind of took that formula from you guys a little bit as far as just like knowing your own foundation and really drilling that in before you try to teach someone something that you aren't even confident in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So mainly I just stuck to what I knew. You know, just play hard, you know, be in better shape. Don't miss open shots.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Catch and shoot threes are important.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Don't dribble unless you have to.
Sure.
And all the stuff he did on the court was him. You know, all this stuff, he did it all on his own. But the work was very was rigorous. You know, it was big, and it played a big part on how he performed over this year for sure.
He lit us up, dude. He lit us up.
Yeah, he won MVP. You know, we didn't talk about MVP or leading the league in scoring or going to the state playoff or being his team's best. You know what I mean? Just none of that stuff. We always just talked about starting and just being better than you were last year.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Fundamental.
yeah.
That's good stuff.
Big time.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure you find that like rewarding and satisfying, right? Like when you know you had a piece to someone's preparation and then you see them succeed, like that has to be rewarding to yourself.
Yes,
right.
for sure.
Like when you see that, and you know, me and Matt always go through that and preach this. All the clients and athletes that we train, when they succeed, man, that's like the greatest satisfaction for us because we've been behind that preparation or we had a piece or, you know, something to do with that preparation. So when they go out to succeed, you're so happy for them. And what it does for us as coaches, like that's why we do this, right? Like this is why we do this and we love what we do, you know?
Yeah. And I think like for me, it helps me understand the game too. Like teaching it helps me understand the game. And like you guys said, it's super rewarding. Like I love it. I try to go to a bunch of games and see kids play and it's awesome, man. It's just like you said, man, you're cheating yourself. You're cheating the game if you're not giving back. You can easily go to the gym and focus on yourself and try to get yourself to the next level, but you're taking time for somebody else. And I think that's what life's all about.
That's it.
You know? Yo, one thing I'm thinking about is, bro, you were 15 when I first started playing against you. Damn, dude, you were good. Like you were damn good at 15. I'm like a C. I would give you a little bit higher than a C. Bro. I don't know you're that young. I'm getting old.
Well,
here,
remember
dude.
the athleticism was there.
Yeah,
right. Like so, you can't knock the athleticism.
Yeah.
It's more of the basketball skill.
Yeah.
Right. That you're great.
Maybe I was a B. Maybe. But at the
B
time,
minus. We'll give you a B minus.
Up from that point until now, the things that I've picked up, you know, the way my mind is slowing down, you know, I just feel like it's.
Describe to us what type of player you are.
Now.
Yes.
And your approach to defense, I want you to touch on that too, please.
Okay. Well, I'll start with the defense first.
All right, go ahead. He's avoided my question. That's all I see.
Still figuring it out. No, but defense, I couldn't play a lick of defense when I was first started playing basketball.
Couldn't move.
Yeah, like even if I tried, like I just didn't have I didn't have the effort. I didn't give the effort. You know, I was fast.
Yeah.
I was fast enough to stay in front of you.
Keyword effort.
Yeah.
You know, I was fast enough to stay in front of you. I was quick enough to not fall for the crossover, you know. You know, but like when it came to just giving effort, getting up in someone's shorts, making them really turn left to right, it's like it's painful if you really do it the correct way. You know,
and it's not. There's no glory. There's not a lot of times of glory with it, so no one wants to do it.
Yeah, like you don't get MVP playing defense all day.
Right.
So like, you know what I mean? But so yeah, when I was just told I couldn't play defense, you're good, but you can't play D. Manny, we want to move you up, but you can't play D. You know, you're a good guard, but you're not the best defender. It was always about defense, because I could always shoot.
Yep.
You know, I learned how to use my left hand pretty quick. You know, Larry taught me how to do that. Not a lot of people know that Larry taught me how to use my left hand.
Shout out Larry.
Shout out Larry.
He's a left-hand specialist.
Shout out Larry.
Okay.
Shout out Larry.
Lefty Larry. Let's go.
I took it to the extreme though, for sure.
Yeah.
I was better than him after a while.
Yeah.
It took a while though.
Yeah.
But he taught me. Yes, he did. He definitely taught me. You know, just always being told the things that I couldn't do, I made sure I could do those things so much that I almost like lost sight of what I was naturally good at.
Yeah.
Because I was just wanted to be good with my left hand. I just wanted to make sure he didn't
You're
score.
obsessed.
Yeah, I was obsessed. So like, but the type of player that I am now, up until this, I believe I'm an all-around player now.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I was coming up. I was a score first guard. You know, competed a little bit.
Right.
You know, score first. It was a phase where I was a pass first, lifting weights all the time because I was too small. You know? It was a phase I was just pass first, play D, and then back to the scoring. And I just feel like I'm still getting better, so the phases will change.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If there was a team that could ask me what I could offer them right now, I believe I could be a high-scoring guard off the bench, first guard off the bench, off an NBA team to just set the tone defensively and offensively. You know, I have a great body athletically, so 6 minutes and 7 minutes into the game, when the game's already started, I'm already ready.
Yeah, you're ready.
I don't need to get my body going. So, you know, logically, that's the answer I would come up with.
Yeah.
But
like that.
as far as I think I'm an all-around player.
Yeah.
You know, I could defend, rebound. I'm vocal now. You know, I'm not forcing shots.
Right.
Making extra passes. Taking charges, stuff like that. So.
And you're still going to play in the fourth quarter as well as you played, if not better, in the first quarter.
Yes.
Because I think that's how good of shape I think you really are in. And that's like when I, you know, playing with you in last year and seeing you, like you're still going and you can finish the game and still keep going. So if there's overtimes and there's another game right out, like you're continuing to go and still play at that high level.
Yeah, that was the foundation like of my training that we started. Like you guys helped me out with a lot for sure. Just being able to go. Just because I wasn't super duper strong or super duper explosive, not jumping super high. If I'm in your face the whole game, I'll be able to be effective.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
Yeah.
So
that's gonna be tough. So in this this game, the last game you played in, it was Baltimore, right? The Hawks. Baltimore Hawks. So I was there. And, you know, I didn't make a game all season. My schedule got super tight this year. Usually I'm always there. But so I got to see the game, and I got to see you live in action. And I'll tell you, the last 3 minutes of that fourth quarter, Manny went off. I mean, he made some big-time plays in there that helped the Clutch win that game. Yeah. There's one as a performance coach that I was super impressed with, and also just being your friend, that I was super impressed with that I haven't seen you do. And I've seen a lot of basketball. You play a lot of basketball. And was the come from behind.
Or the block.
The block dunk. So this dude was, he got a steal. Guy leads the way, fast break, and he got a wide open dunk. Right? Two-hand dunk, you see it coming. And here comes Manny flying from behind and blocks it right off the glass. And it was, the crowd went crazy. Manny went crazy. You were flexing on the court. But everyone felt your energy. And I don't know if you knew at that time, but that was a big-time play. Because, one, it changed the momentum. But, two, I think it even boosted you because I don't think you ever did that, right? And was it something that –
About second time.
Okay.
My whole life, yeah.
Yeah, so that was something that really got it going. And I think, you know, obviously getting that energy and, you know, that pump up from your players too. He comes down and you hit a three. Now, the score at that point, was it tied at that point?
I think I hit a three to tie it, yeah.
To tie it, right? I thought we took the lead with your three.
I hit two of them in the last 3 minutes.
Yes.
One of them was to tie it, and the other one was to put us up.
Now, listen, it's tied game. You know, sometimes teams like to run out the clock, you know, wait for that last shot, whatnot, move the ball. Ice in his veins, super confident, comes up to the top of the key, steps right into it, knew he was shooting it, splash. Bam. Clutch her up by three.
Confidence,
you know,
dude.
confidence. And this is, you know, for the regional championship, which they lost last year to the same team.
Yeah, we did.
So lost to the same team last year. So that was
2 years
huge.
ago. Last year we lost to Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, right? Yeah, you're right.
for
Pittsburgh
that.
was 2 years ago, right? But Clutch continues to make it to this regional championship game, but never could push it. And a guy like Manny was a big reason why they got over that hump this year. So hats off, dude. I have to give you your flowers on that because that was big time, and you showed up. And it's cool to see. I was there from day one with the Clutch in a sense, and seeing all the players and seeing you evolve from day one to the point to where you're at now. Because even when you didn't start.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't.
Right. You didn't start in Clutch. Nope. And I remember we used to talk, and you be pissed. And what did I tell you, man? Just keep working, dude. Yeah. Just keep working. Yeah. Your time's gonna come. Keep working. Your time's gonna come. And then boom, there you have it. As a regional champ, right? Headed to the Elite Eight.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Game. We have a deep team this year.
Yeah.
When's the next game? When is it? That this weekend?
The finals is the 12th to the 17th in St. Louis.
Of April? Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah.
So playing for a national title.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's awesome.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
City.
It was awesome too.
Yeah.
Like, me and my agent have been talking about like just playing, like just about my future, but I was told them how big I am on just winning for this area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just I like to win.
Sure. Who doesn't?
Yeah. Two, anyone likes to do anything for their hometown, their community.
Yep.
And just seeing us win and like all those kids, just be so excited.
Yeah.
It was. I can't even explain it.
Yeah, it was dope, man. I saw the
cool.
confetti.
Awesome.
He had pictures holding the trophy on
Yeah,
the floor.
I saw
Like
that.
it was like Michael
Babies
Jordan
was-
photos,
babies was
right?
getting
Yeah. Babies was getting kissed. They was kissing babies. It was getting wild, man. It was getting
crazy.
wild.
Cut the nets. It was awesome.
Yeah. No, that was a great experience. Super happy for you, dude. You put in the work. I think you deserve it. Matt, anything else you want to lead into the questions?
Yeah, we could start these questions
Yeah.
too. With Dave, thanks for coming on, man.
Yep.
It's been fun so far. Now
Let's
we got
do
a
it.
couple quick hitters for you.
Yep.
Oh, let's go.
All
Yeah.
right, you ready for this? I know you love pressure.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, first things first. All right, Northeast PA, great pizza, right? All right, do you like the pizza in this area?
Yeah, it's the best in the world.
It's the
That's
best in
right,
the
we
world,
already
right?
know that.
That's right, dude. We already know that.
Literally.
All right, now you got to pick one spot. What's your favorite pizza place?
Angelo's.
Angelo's number one. He
All
got
right,
it
nice.
without even
Dude, no
hesitation. I love
dude.
it.
Yeah,
I love it.
He thrives on pressure.
Good stuff.
You told me to pick two spots. Angelo's.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. All right, Manny. So next one is you're writing a book. What's the title of the book?
If I'm writing a book,
Yep. First thing that comes to your mind.
95 feet.
95.
95 feet.
95
Yeah.
feet.
Title of the book? I like it. Now, why you pick that?
Because the basketball court is 94 feet.
Right? So what's 95?
It's extra.
Extra?
Oh, okay.
All right. I like it.
that.
I like
That was
it.
cool.
I
That was
like
quick.
it.
All right,
That's
I like
good,
that.
man. I like
All
it.
right, bro, last question for you. All right. A motto that you live by, a day-to-day motto that you live by every day.
Some want to be good. I want to be great.
Okay. Some want to be good. I want to be great. I like it.
That's literally what I do.
Yeah.
I like that. I like it. Want to be great. And you got to put the work in. You put the work in, dude.
I try.
You know what I'm
sir.
saying?
put that work
I see you strive for
do.
greatness,
Gotta put the
man.
work
Yes, you do.
As our motto, get your mind right. Your mind is always right.
Get your mind
I
right.
like that. I like
Two
that.
down, one over, baby.
Yeah, two down, man. So, Manny, man, I appreciate you, bro. You know,
Thank you.
it's been real.
Thank you guys.
Love it.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you guys for sure.
So guys, that's it. We're wrapping up here. 2 down, 1 over. I hope you guys enjoyed this listen. Check out Jamie Calloway, Manny. Is there any social media that they could connect with you? You want to put that out there?
No, not at the moment. I'm not really big on social media.
Yeah.
Facebook, for family and friends, but hopefully down the line I'll make something where I could promote myself a little bit more.
Well, find this man at the
Show
local
my
courts,
face.
all right?
Show
If
my
you can't
face.
find him on social media, find
to
this
the
man at
court.
local courts, see where he's at. Sometimes he'll be at the Fame Dallas location or Fame 44. You can find him there too, all right?
Yeah,
so we appreciate having him here. It's 2 down, 1 over. I'm Josh. This is Matt. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.
Sir.
See ya.